Welcome to Michigan's True Spirit podcast, brought to you by North River Vodka. North River Vodka, it's Michigan's true spirit. Now, here's Chris and Eric.
Strange wind surrounds us here at the peninsula. Thank God you found us. We could become friends or whatever.
Welcome to the Michigan's True Spirit podcast, episode 3. I'm Chris. I'm here with Eric.
Yes, you are. Hi, friends.
You're making funny faces. I thought you wanted some camera time there. So
The camera loves me. I just need to give it a little pleasure.
It does. So if you haven't heard us before, this is a podcast about all things Michigan. We talk about sports, food, drink, tourism, fun stuff. So yeah. So have you done anything fun in Michigan recently, Eric?
Oh, every day's a blast in this state. Are you kidding me? It's actually been super good weather, which is not a given this time of year. So it's been a pleasure.
That's true.
Played some disc golf, which is one of my leisure time pursuits. And what is it? 2 weeks ago, we had an enjoyable time.
This has been 2 weeks, a week and a half, 10 days. Who knows?
A week and a half, I guess.
We recently made our first stop at the Russell Industrial Center in Detroit, which is a concert venue. What's your review of the concert venue, first of all, Eric? Let's hear it.
I loved it. It screamed quintessential Detroit experience.
It absolutely did.
It absolutely did. It was everything that you could want in a Detroit venue. My camera keeps cutting out, but I'm back. It was industrial. It was not clean. It was a mess to get to. It was not elegant in any way. The drinks were overpriced. The artwork was gaudy. And
Come on, man.
I loved it.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what are you talking about? I adored this place. So Eric
loved
and
it.
We saw Pup and Jeff Rosenstock and another band whose name I will not try to pronounce or speak of again. If you're not a Pup or Jeff Rosenstock fan, they're punk bands, and what a perfect venue for them. The lead singer of Pup has said this before. He says we have 2 categories of songs: sad and stupid.
Mhm.
And it was a great venue for that. I have a quick quiz for you. Somebody asked me how many people were there.
Ooh.
I never turned around. We got in early, got toward the front, and then I never turned around. And when I did, I couldn't see the back. Like people just kind of faded into the.
Yeah, it is hard to guess. Maybe 1,500 people, 2,000 people.
You think?
I don't know. Was a guess.
No. I was gonna say 1,000. I have no idea. I think it holds 1,500. I don't know. It was
Probably
sold out,
less
but
than
again,
that.
we couldn't see the back end of it.
Yeah, 1,000 people
So-
maybe. Yeah.
And so a thing about concerts while we're talking about this, Eric and I have discussed this before, but and this is Pup and Jeff Rosenstock are 2 of my absolute favorites. This is not them. They don't do this, but the opening band did this, and this is a little pet peeve of mine. So I looked up the definition of punk this week, Eric. I'm going to read you the definition that I found online.
Yeah, would you? I like to learn.
Punk is primarily made up of the beliefs such as nonconformity, anti-capitalism, anti-authoritarianism, anti-corporatism,
Yeah.
a do-it-yourself ethic,
Mhm.
anti-consumerist, anti-corporate greed, direct action, and not selling out. What is not punk is telling us what to do. I beg bands to stop telling me when to raise my hands, to part the seas, and then to run back together on command. Please stop.
In the words of Lord, I'm kind of tired of being told to put my hands up in the air.
There's a gray area here. If the band if the lead singer stops playing guitar and puts his hands above his head and starts clapping, that's encouraging, but he's not telling you what to do. Is it acceptable at that point in your mind to clap along with him?
If the spirit moves, punk rock is doing exactly what you want to do. Nothing more, nothing less.
There's something about going to a punk rock show and then be expected to conform. You're just conforming with different things. You're still conforming.
Yeah. We're not here to do the Macarena. Don't tell me to do the hustle.
Stop telling me what to do.
This isn't
Please.
country line dancing night.
I implore you to stop telling us what to do. Do we have anything else to add about that concert? I love that show.
We should be the podcast that commits itself to never telling you what to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Review and subscribe.
Drink
or
responsibly.
Or not.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, yeah, I can't tell you to not drink responsibly. I think there's a law there somewhere. But other than that, we will not. We promise to not tell you what to do. So, but what a great show. What a good time. What a cool venue. Loved it.
Terrific. Quintessential Detroit experience.
Absolutely.
You're listening to the Michigan's True Spirit podcast.
Welcome back to the Michigan's True Spirit podcast. We are here with Chris Girrbach, founder and owner of Great Lakes Potato Chips, located in Traverse City. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited about it.
Yeah, we go way back, Chris. But for those who don't know about you and your brand, can you give us a little bit of background on you and Great Lakes Potato Chips and what makes them awesome?
Yeah. Well, started in 2009, and found some great partners in the Michigan ag business, which one of them is I Seed Farms, which I'm sporting here, which I think you know well. Another was Sackett Farms out of Mecosta County. Really wanted to get into manufacturing some kind of food item. Michigan's the number one grower of chipping potatoes. So we said, hey, let's look at that. And, the ironic part at that time in 2009 was the buy local was really big in Michigan, especially. And I think it's continued to be strong. But at that time, there wasn't as many regional chippers as there used to be, chip companies. A lot of them had retired or closed or got acquired or what have you. So there was a niche in the market. And we thought, hey, this could be a really good way to, one, create a business, and two, celebrate Michigan agriculture. So it was kind of a double win for us.
Yeah, and briefly, we were supposed to start by talking about what we're drinking. And you mentioned I at Seed Farms, so we've got a bunch of cross-referencing to do. I own North River Vodka, which is made from potatoes on I at Seed Farms, which are my brothers. It's the farm I grew up on. Chris has got a bottle of North River Vodka there. What kind of a drink are you having?
Well, I'm actually I celebrate the North River Vodka, but I save that for weekends. So I'm actually going to go. I'm going our local Silver Spruce Oktoberfest.
Very nice.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
Which is a fabulous beer.
Yeah. So I have a North River Vodka with a little Rose's lime juice in it and a big ice cube. I
Love
think
that.
Eric's got a vodka Negroni, I believe.
I got a Negroni,
Oh.
vodka with vodka. I hear it's called a Negroski. That's what you call it with vodka. So I'm
That's what you
enjoying
call the
that.
vodka.
Okay.
It's like a gin drink, but with vodka. And we're all wearing the
Well
swag.
played.
We got North River Vodka shirts on. You got an I at Seed Farms shirt on. So yeah, I at Seed Farms grows purple potatoes that
Yep.
Great Lakes Potato Chips uses to make purple potato chips, which are all the rage in the fall when they come out. So yeah, we've got some connections. So why chips and why Traverse City? Like, what do you love about living and working in and being in Michigan and Traverse City?
Yeah, well, chips it kind of was a default, right? I didn't grow up in ag. I didn't know Michigan was such a great resource for chipping potatoes in particular. So Traverse City was where we landed prior to starting Great Lakes. Traverse City is, as you know, with the family being in Kalkaska, Northern Michigan's a gorgeous region. I think it's undervalued. Well, it might be overvalued now in terms of real estate, but valued in like the pure beauty of Northern Michigan, and I would say Michigan in general. I think there's been a stigma is a negative word, so I don't think that's quite fair. But there had been a bit of a stigma for years. Detroit went through some challenges. I think people associated Michigan with Detroit centric. I don't know that that's fair. And even in today's market, I think Detroit is kind of a shining star in terms of big cities in the region. So Michigan, for one, I've loved. I've lived here all my life with a couple of jettisons for a year or two here or there, but it's a great spot. Potatoes, again, there was just a little niche that we thought we could fill. And Traverse City, we're 90 miles away from our main farm. We're 30 miles away from I at Seed Farms that grows our purples. So we're really centrally located to the whole potato chip region, and it works really well for a producer.
You talked about the area in which you're operating, and it's interesting. Like when you go to a store now, you can really recognize your product on the shelves. There's kind of a brand.
Yeah.
You really can find a little bit of that romance. Do you find like the region, the state has contributed to the kind of the brand identity and kind of some of the romance of what you're doing?
100%. I've said a lot of times, and it's tongue in cheek to some, but there's a lot smarter people that have failed in business than we have succeeded. And I think part of the luck, or what we've found is the region. The Great Lakes region. I don't care where you're from. Everybody, for the most part, has some connection to a Great Lakes region, whether it's Traverse City, Holland, Sheboygan, upstate New York, the Door County, Chicago. The Great Lakes are so vast that someone has a connection to that region, and they remember it fondly. So it wasn't intentional that we named it Great Lakes in terms of that idea, but it definitely worked out really well for us in terms of creating that. And obviously it helps to have we feel that we make a really good quality product that showcases Michigan ag. So, that makes it sustainable, right? If you have a good product.
Yeah, you're making that sound accidental, but I think that's really brilliant branding as opposed to being Traverse City potato chips or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I think as you guys were growing, you guys were very much Michigan centric, but then being able to expand into the Great Lakes, now you guys have like a Wisconsin cheddar flavor. Like, I just think that's brilliant to kind of bring in that whole region. And it is a huge region.
The Midwest is really, in terms of snacking, it's the snacking capital of the world, right? If you look at our greater, from Wisconsin, Minnesota to, northern Kentucky to the east side of, or west side of New York, we love our snacks, which is good, and our beer and our vodka, so it's okay.
You mentioned chipping potatoes. Like, I don't want to get too technical, but like, I don't know, you potato experts, like, do you need a special thing to make chips from? Like, what's going on with these potatoes?
Yeah, it's funny because everyone assumes that you just buy, Idaho potatoes because that's what you see on the TV.
That's what I would assume.
But it's much different. So most of, or all of the potatoes that we buy, you would never buy in a store. They're not, their starches are a little less, so the sugars are a little less, because over the years, the chipping potatoes, or the chipping, the potato chip companies have created the idea that potato chips should be white, or at least yellowish, right? So that's the farmers have created varieties that do that chip lighter than a traditional russet would. So the beauty of this of what they've done, and what we've been able to do with Aya Seed Farms, is with the purples in Michigan State as well, is create a product that, if you've ever had our purples, or if you ever get the chance to, I highly recommend it. When you look at it, it's really deep purple. It's super rich in color. It's a phenomenal looking product, but it literally tastes like a regular potato chip. So if you closed your eyes and you ate two, I would argue there would slim chance you could tell the difference. Now, if you look at them, you're going to think that the purple has a bit more of a burnt is, again, a negative word. That's not the word I'm looking for, but a different flavor. So, it just goes to show, if you eat a russet fried as a potato chip, they're really good. They're good. Actually, Better Made makes a rainbow chip, which I'm not sure if they use russets. I actually think, but they use a higher starch chip. So they're really good. But society and some of the larger producers in the world over the years have created that expectation that a kettle chip, a flat chip, what have you, is a lighter colored chip. So growers have grown that.
Yeah, we could get really nerdy on this, Eric. But essentially, like my family mostly grows seed potatoes, and I know other farms that grow chip potatoes, and a lot of it is just like what temperature they're stored at until they're shipped. I know a farm that grows 140 million pounds of potatoes, and they all go to make potato chips. And every truck they send out for 10 months, they take like 3 potatoes and they chop them up and fry them to make sure that they will chip well, like that they will turn into good potato chips. So there's a lot more science to it than just taking whatever potato you find in your pantry and and cutting it up, for sure.
It's much different.
So Chris, I'm not just pandering to you, as I should, because you're a guest on our podcast, but you have amazing potato chips. So tell us what makes you guys unique. What makes you so good, and what makes everybody love your product?
Yeah, well, thanks. And I appreciate that. I think what we set out to create in the beginning was a I would actually say a hybrid chip, which was beyond between a kettle chip and a continuous fried chip or a flat chip. And the reason we did that was kettle chips in general can have a pretty hard bite. So the texture on the mouth or the feel can be a little bit aggressive, and some people don't like that. So they shy away from that. So we thought if we could create a product that was just in the middle, just crunchy enough to attract that consumer that wants that, hard bite or crunch, but easy enough on the palate that the continuous consumer would enjoy it, that we would be successful. So really that's what we shot for. And then we also said, like, okay, as a new entrance into the chip market, which, as you guys know, unlike or much like the vodka or the beer market, there's major players that control a lot of that segment. So we said, well, how do you differentiate yourself? So we said, well, let's take tried and true flavors, whether it's a barbecue or a salt and pepper or a cheddar or a Parmesan, whatever. And like, let's give it a little bit of a twist. So let's give the consumer something that they are looking for, because in our mind, there's two consumers. There's the older generation consumer whose palate, this is fact, has degraded, or like has needs more flavor, right?
Mhm.
More hot sauce, more whatever, which is just fact. I love hot sauce, so I eat a ton of it. And there's the younger generation that's demanding more flavor, whether it's sriracha or whatever. So we said, look, we have to give them something that's unique to the market. So we brought out our cherry barbecue, our Wisconsin cheddar, our salt, pepper, and onion, our jalapeno ranch, which is hitting markets this fall. Our, so we just said, like, we have to do variations of tried and true items with a little bit of a twist, so consumers say, hey, look, yeah, that's unique, we'll try that. And that's really what drove, I think, a big part of our success is those flavor profiles.
Yeah, I love all of your chips. Parmesan Ranch, I think, is my favorite, and I'm really looking forward to jalapeno ranch for sure. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite, or is it like picking a kid?
Well, no, my favorite kid's my daughter. There's no doubt. We have three kids, and our two boys are older, and our daughter's our youngest. And
it's good for them to know. Just tell them. Yeah, for
if
sure.
you're just honest up front, it's easier. But no, I would say my favorite chip is probably our wave cut is probably my favorite. So that it's a great product. I mean, yeah, I eat that a fair bit.
We don't all have to rank our kids on this podcast now, do we? Because I don't.
No, it would be inappropriate. It'd be inappropriate.
Okay. Well, you just started it, so I was afraid.
Yeah. Well, I'm unabashed about it. She is my favorite. It's fair.
Cool.
So, what is your preferred, chip eating experience? And how do you feel about like some French onion dip? What are we doing for dips?
Yeah.
Do you get into recipes or creative things you do with them?
It's a fair question. It's a good. I think if you think of that question and you think of the best use of a potato chip is, an open sandwich with chips on the sandwich, and you toast that bread. Mm-hmm. That's it, man. You
get the crunch.
I mean, yeah, you put it in the sandwich. You don't eat it with the sandwich. You put it
for sure.
It's got to be on there. And then some good dips. I'm a salsa guy with potato chips.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. I don't get into the French onion as much, but I'd say, oh God, throw those chips on a good sandwich with some good bread. Throw some salsa in a bowl and dip them up, and it's going to be a good evening. You throw some North River vodka in a glass. It's going to be good.
Put on the football game. Chips and football just kind of go together,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Do you have any places in Traverse City, Chris, that's your favorite place to eat that you can have some Great Lakes potato chips with?
That's a tough call. I mean, we it's a bit of a loaded question because we have so many good partners in Traverse City that I'd be remiss to point out one of them over all of them.
Just picked your favorite child, and now you can't pick your favorite child.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know what? I would say they're all fabulous places to eat, but if I'm going to go get, I don't know, the burger places I would say this, Oakwood, Sledders, Slabtown, the burger places, it's kind of a staple, right? A burger and chips is like, it's just good. It's just good. So Glendale, they got great, all those places are just fabulous. So burgers and sandwiches with chips is kind of a win-win.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. I don't know how you're feeling, but is it time for a little bit of silliness, or do you have?
Well,
Yeah.
I think we should take a quick break and
Okay.
refill our drinks, but it sounds like Chris is coming back. So
Yeah, let's do it.
we'll be right back with fresh drinks and some fun. You're listening to the Michigan's True Spirit podcast. North River Vodka. It's Michigan's True Spirit. Welcome back to the Michigan's True Spirit podcast. I am Chris. I'm here with Eric. And I'm here with Chris Girrbach, CEO and founder of Great Lakes Potato Chips in Traverse City. And we're going to talk about some potato chip flavors. First of all, I have a question for you, Chris. You guys do not give public tours. But
No, we don't.
And I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. I understand why you don't.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have found my way into your facility twice.
You have.
Just because I know some people. But
Yeah.
I have to tell you that never on my visits have I been able to get a hot potato chip. What do I have to do the next time I'm there to get a hot, fresh potato chip?
That's a
Can
thing.
I just grab one off the line? Would that be
You got to
permissible?
listen, you got to put the hard time in, you got to put the time in. That's
I have
just
to work
the way
a
it works.
shift?
You got to work a shift.
I'll
Yeah,
work
make
a
it
shift.
work. Yeah, no
It might
free
be pro
chips.
bono. It might be pro bono, but you got to work a shift.
I'll sprinkle. I can sprinkle salt. Look, I can
Yeah.
sprinkle salt. I can
Yeah,
put a
yeah,
shift
yeah.
in.
Salt.
Yeah.
All right. If I have to work for chips, I'll work for chips. Question about your flavors, because you have amazing
Yeah.
flavors. Have you explored
Yeah.
some flavors, and have you had like a terrible idea?
Yeah.
Like, what's your worst? What's like in the potato chip graveyard?
Well, it's funny because we haven't had many, because like everybody in any business, we try to do research and make sure what we're going to try has some ability to work, right? But we tried a blueberry chip because Michigan's a great blueberry grower, so we thought, hey, this could be great. But it was terrible. It was beyond, actually, it was beyond terrible. It was not a good. It just, the potato and the blueberry they're
not
like
friends.
second, they're like first cousins, and they shouldn't marry. And we tried to marry them, and they got a divorce quickly, and it was what it was. So
What particularly made them awful? Too sweet, too funky? Like what was the combination?
That's actually a fair statement. I would say the sweet of it just didn't work. Potatoes are relatively flat tasting in general, especially with an oil that's doesn't impart a lot of flavor. So when you take that and you put a really sweet, I don't know how else to explain a blueberry, but like sweet and savory is not right, but whatever. Whenever you put that on a potato, it's not good. It doesn't work well. So it was a fail. That was a big fail. So, and the funny part was we put a fair bit of effort into it because we really thought it would work, but it didn't work.
Have you considered making like an awful potato chip and then just selling it for fun?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
For shits and giggles. Yeah. No.
They
Although
do
it's
that with
kinda like
jelly beans, right? Is that the thing?
Yeah. Or it's like the gummy bear that you can buy that's like the hottest gummy bear in the world. And it's like, $20, but it just burns the crap out of your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't got there yet, but maybe we'll try. Who knows?
Well, that's a good segue into our next segment, because we might give you some ideas for some terrible potato chips here.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Eric, would you like to introduce our game?
We're gonna play a little game here. It's all just for funs. I'm gonna give you
What's the name of our game?
we're gonna call it Chip or Chump. Like, is this an
I like
actual chip, or is this just some chumpy thing I made up? So,
All right. I like it.
okay, I'm gonna
I like
give
it.
you a proposed flavor, and then you're gonna tell me, is this a real potato chip that's marketed and produced and marketed somewhere in the world, or is this an act of fiction? All right, are you ready?
Okay.
You can both
Wait,
answer.
I want to know what are the stakes? Do I win something if I get them all right?
It's a pride or shame thing. Yeah.
Pride or
Uh,
shame, for
shame.
sure.
I'm not good at pride or shame. I'm
All right.
always getting shamed, but
And
I'll try it.
real quick, in honor of this game, you guys will notice that the lighting in my room has made me potato chip color.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was,
Yeah.
we're going to pretend that that's intentional, and
Kind
then
of
I
a-
won't be next week.
You
Yeah.
look golden and delicious,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just an
Oh, yeah,
original
that's
flavor.
fair. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Chip flavor number 1. Has there or is there being produced a Cuban sandwich flavored potato chip?
Oh,
Chip or chump?
absolutely. There's one. Yes.
Chris?
I,
Chris?
I I feel very strong about that.
Am I supposed to answer too?
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
are you just?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris and
I
Chris.
believe there has. We need like a ding or a. We need like a
Okay,
Price is
all
Right
right.
horn. If you're wrong,
Yeah. Yeah.
we
I'll
need
get a
some.
ding.
We need to
All
get
right.
Logan on some sound
All right.
effects. So I believe that
All
is a potato chip too.
Ding. Okay.
Ding. Okay, we're
Yes,
doing
you're
our own
both
sound
correct.
effects?
Yes. Cuban sandwich potato chips is absolutely a thing. Good job.
Yes.
All right. All right. Number 2. We have cucumber. Is cucumber a legitimate chip flavor? Chip or chump?
I think it is, but I'm not going to be surprised if you tell me it's not. But I think, God, it's such a flat flavor. It'd be terrible, and the company that did it should go out of business. But I
Mhm.
feel like it might. I feel like it might be. But I'm going to say no. But I'm not going to be surprised if I'm wrong.
I'm going to quit playing along because I feel like I've researched this leading up to this thing. But I
Ah.
believe that is. I believe that is a flavor.
Yes, cucumber is a flavor. There's a Lay's cuke
Now,
chip.
see, they should you steal. Now I'm first. It was. Yeah. Dang it.
He hates the flavor so much that his video cut out for
Yeah,
a second.
yeah,
Boulder Dash.
All right. Remember.
Do you want me to take one? You want me to take one, Eric?
Go for it. Yes.
Off my list.
Sure.
Chip or chump? Piss and vinegar.
Come on. You're just making up a name now. No.
Say it again. I just want you to say it again.
Piss and vinegar.
Piss and vinegar.
No, chump.
Oh no, I say jump on that one.
All right,
that
you're
one's
right. You're right. Ding, ding,
tasty
ding.
one.
Yes,
All
you win.
Number 4. Maple walnut potato chip. Chip or chump?
I'd say chip. I mean maple. The walnut. I'm a little thrown on, but the maple for sure. So I would chip. I think that's fair. I think it's going to work.
Chris?
I don't know if it's going to sell. I don't know if they're going to make money on it, but
Right.
I think it's chip.
Everything you've said so far has been chip, so I'm going to go with chump this time. That just sounds like
It
something
is,
you made
it
up.
is chump. I completely made that up. I Googled it. I didn't see anything. I just made that up. All right.
I'm not
This
going to
could be
lie
the
to you,
worst
Chris. I think that I might have read. I think I might have read him. I think I just read his tone or something there
Yeah.
that he was
Yeah.
making that up. So I don't know
It's
that
the
I
worst.
really went off the flavor.
All right.
Yeah, worst day of my life that I got that wrong. That's okay. Well, let's
All
keep
right.
doing it.
Number, what are we, 5?
Who knows?
Potato chip flavor is called mint mischief. Mint mischief chip or chump?
Sounds like ice cream, which for sure would be good.
Ooh.
Mischief. I'm gonna say it's a chip, and again, I'm gonna say it's a chip, and I'm gonna go with whoever came out with it. It's not a good idea, but I think they're gonna try it. So I'm gonna say chip.
I'm
gonna
gonna
say chip.
I'm gonna say chip only because it sounds like such a terrible idea that I don't think even you would have made that up,
Yeah.
Eric.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say
So I'm gonna
say chip.
It is chip.
Good-
Yes.
Good point.
Indian mint chutney and mint ratai pair with everything from samosas. I can't even read this. Indian chip. Yes. Chip.
Who's the producer of it?
The producer is Lay's. India's mint mischief chips.
Oh yeah, these are overseas chips for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
from
fair
India.
enough, fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
could be it. Yeah.
I-
Okay.
I have one more. I'll run past you, and then
Okay.
we'll let Eric take over.
Yeah.
Chip or chump? Sour cream and bunion.
That sounds like my grandma's chip. I don't know. I'm not the bunion. The bunion threw me.
Mm,
I think you
yum.
can shave a bunion off, but it's not going to be good on a chip.
It's like a Parmesan, like grated Parmesan.
No, you're not putting that. That's not good. That's
I
not
had
good.
an AI site make me a graphic of a bag of sour cream and Bunyan chips, but I'm not smart enough at technology to throw it on my screen. So
No, that's pretty good.
I'll text it to you. So
I
Eric,
like
do you
that.
have any more?
All
I'm
right.
all out.
Speed round, chip or chump, chocolate pudding.
Chip for sure. Well, I mean, are we talking chocolate covered
No,
or just
chocolate
like the
pudding, like flavored, with the powder.
This is supposed to be a speed round. We're supposed to fly through this. Aren't we?
Yeah,
no
Jump,
no no
jump.
chump.
chump.
I just made it up. I just made it up. Right.
All right, cool. We're good at
Um,
this game.
spicy lobster, chip or chump.
Chip
Chip,
chip.
totally
Yeah,
chip.
absolutely a chip. Yeah. Tiramisu, tiramisu flavored potato chip.
Chump.
Hold on, give me a second. Tiramisu is like my favorite dessert in the
This is
I
world.
speed
know.
round. This is speed
Mine
round,
too.
Chris. We're going quick.
Chip,
We're going quick.
chip.
No, it's chump. I just made that up.
Dang it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know what our score is.
We tried blueberry. How about cherry pie? Cherry pie flavored potato chips.
I'm going to say chump, but I'm not going to be surprised if it's chip. I'll say chump.
I'm gonna say chip just for fun.
It is chump. I just made that up.
All right.
All right,
So
last
good at this game.
one.
Crazy.
Last one. Cappuccino. Cappuccino chip or chump?
Chip. It's got to be chip because there's so many people that love coffee, and someone tried it. Someone
I
did
was
it.
I was crushing this game and now I'm failing. I'm gonna say
Chips.
chump.
I
Chump.
say chip.
It is absolutely a chip. Pretty
Yeah,
popular.
all right.
There you go. That's it. That's it for chip and chump. You guys are all winners in my book, and
I think you win, Chris.
everybody's
I
a
think you're
winner.
a bigger.
Thank you.
I think you're a
Everybody
bigger
named
winner.
Chris is a winner. Yep.
And
Thank you for playing.
Yes, very well. Very well.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Chris. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having me. Love you guys. Love the vodka. Love the farm. Thanks for everything, man.
Yep. Thanks for coming on.
All right, take care, guys.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya.
North River Vodka. It's Michigan's true spirit. Now back to Chris and Eric.
Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Michigan True Spirit podcast. This segment we affectionately call My because we have no better name for it, where we suggest a part of Michigan that might be familiar to us, and we talk about it and we celebrate the essence of this place. So today we're going to talk about the home of where North River is distilled. Yes.
Grand Traverse Distillery,
Grand Traverse Distillery
also Great Lakes potato chips.
and Great Lakes potato chips. We're going to talk about Traverse City. I like to call it the Ann Arbor of the North, because I figure you might find similar things to Ann Arbor, right? People who are ornery about things that aren't fancy enough.
That's your take on Traverse City.
Keeps it nice. Keeps
Traverse
it nice.
City's-
Traverse
Traverse
City's
City
nice.
is
All right.
beautiful.
So tell me some of your favorite things about Traverse City. I'll start. They have the asylum there, and you have to get olive bread at the bakery at the asylum. Like that's the thing to get.
I grew up near Traverse City, and I feel like you probably know more about Traverse City than I do at this point. I just don't spend a ton of time there. I've never actually been to the insane asylum. I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's a
the
different
state
name.
hospital, the old
State
state
hospital, the
hospital.
old state hospital. Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
great things about all the places in there. Well, of course, I have to sell out and say that you should go to Grand Traverse Distillery and do the
course.
tour. Say hey to Joe and Laura and Chris. Tell them I said hi. It's a great distillery. You can get a lot of good liquor there. Bottle of North River vodka. They also have a tasting room downtown where you can get a drink. That's really good.
Mhm.
I'm a burger guy, so when I go to Traverse City, I always end up at a place called Oakwood Proper Burgers or a place called Slabtown Burgers. And I'm sure there are a ton of amazing restaurants in Traverse City, but I so rarely get up there that every time I go there, I get a burger. I believe at Oakwood Proper they have Great Lakes potato chips. They also give you 28 pounds of French fries if you order fries. So you've got options. So
Cool. That's good.
but yeah, it's beautiful up there. It's it's way more packed than when I was young and grew up there. It's a lot harder to get in and out of town in the summer, but
Yeah.
beautiful area.
How do you feel about bathing with other people?
Bathing?
Yeah. So
Like
if you
swimming at a swimming pool or bathing?
how do you feel about the Great Wolf Lodge? Have you ever been to Great Wolf Lodge? Every parent has to take their child. It's like a rite of passage. You go in this room, it's all sweaty. You see the most tattoos you've ever seen in your life, and then they dump a giant bucket of water on you, and you spend, it's like going to Disney, but it's insanely expensive for what you get. And you have to play Magic Quest with your child, and it never works out right, and they're very unhappy, but you got to do it because the child's happy about it. That's my Great Wolf Lodge experience. That's like the gateway to Traverse City. You're coming up from the south, like a beacon on the hill. Great Wolf Lodge. That's a
I've done
that's
a handful of those kind of things. I think I've been there once. I think it's been some time. My kids are older. Um, but yeah, I remember the exact experience. One of the water parks I went to, they had like a fireplace in the room, which was really cool. But like the actual fireplace was like 100,000 degrees, which seemed like a
sure.
bad idea. But you know, resort for kids. But I that wasn't Great Wolf Lodge. That might have been another one. But yeah, I don't know. When I go to Traverse City, like the last thing I would do is go to a water park and stay in a hotel. Like what?
Yeah.
You know, there's like the bay is right there, bro. Like you can
We
see.
go in the winter or whatever.
Oh,
This is
fair
like
enough.
it's like a
Very
parenting
fair.
rite of passage. But
Very
no, I
fair.
have good.
Very fair.
We always used to stay at the Cherry Tree Inn. I don't know why that sticks in my mind. We because it was cheap probably when I was young married. And then I also had friends from Traverse City, and she was on the Cherry Court. It was a big deal to, the Cherry Queen and Court for Cherry Festival. Always a big deal. So some good Traverse City memories.
Yeah, when I grew up there, we used to spend a lot of weekends in the summer driving the loop,
Oh, sure.
like
Yeah,
downtown, just doing circles, people watching, seeing who we could see, trying to get into little trouble, not big trouble, but little trouble.
makes
But
sense.
yeah, yeah, a lot of good
Do you
memories
have
up
any
there.
take about the minor league baseball team there? My former podcast friend Jordan was the voice of the Pit Spitters for a
Voice of the
season.
Pit Spitters.
Yep. So they went from the Beach
I
Bums to the Pit Spitters. I think the
Yeah,
Whitecaps bought the Pit Spitters or they merged or whatever, and then they kind of
it's
rebranded it.
I have not been there since they were the Beach Bums. It was some time ago, but it's like every minor league experience, right? Like it's just
It's
fun.
cute. It's cute.
Yeah, yeah. And when you're at those games, it doesn't matter if the baseball is amazing. You're there to watch the mascot mess with kids and to try to
Eat some
catch a
junk food.
t-shirt out of the t-shirt cannon and eat ice cream out of a baseball helmet or all that fun stuff.
It's the
So
truth.
maybe you should go to a minor league baseball game and see if you can win a new webcam.
I do not know what's happening. It keeps shutting off. The joy, and as
You're
I
good, man.
speak, yeah, the joys of technology. All right.
Cool.
There you go.
All right.
That's our segment of my. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you didn't, you better go to Traverse City and tell us what you like instead. So,
Exactly.
This is Alex Avila, and you're listening to Michigan's True Spirit Podcast.
Welcome back to the Michigan's True Spirit podcast. I'm here with Eric. I'm Chris, and we are about to play a game called Rock or Crock. First of all, though, I would like you to drink. I would like to remind you to please drink responsibly. If you're not going to drink responsibly, don't drink at all. So I see you've got a concert T-shirt of sorts on, Eric. Let's see what you got. A little North River vodka green, very nice. I'm sporting the same sweatshirt I think I wore the first two episodes. I'll try to mix that up in the future. So in the game Rock or Crock, what I do is I read a description of a band that is playing a show soon in Michigan to Eric. Then I give Eric the real name of the band along with a fake name of a band. I have a collection of fake band names on my phone, so I try to match them up, try to trick Eric. So far, Eric is 0-2 at Rock or Crock. So, are you ready to play Rock or Crock?
I am, but I said that last time and I failed.
We need
So,
some like punchy theme music or something. Like when I say, "Are you ready to play Rock or Crock?" We need something in there. Let's get Logan. Help hook us up, Logan. All right, here we go. This is an American rock band from Flint, Michigan.
hmm,
Has three albums called Dixieland, New Hell, and Die in Love, which just came out.
okay.
In 2018, the band was featured as one of Alternative Press's 10 up and coming artists from Detroit you need to know.
Is Flint Detroit though?
Well,
Close
yeah,
enough.
I mean, in the mind of the Alternative Press,
Okay.
yes, it is. Would you like me to reread that description,
No, I
or are
got
you
it.
ready to play? Okay. Your two names to choose from are Greet Death
Okay.
or Son of Pam.
Greet Death or Son of Pam. I am Chris, son of Pam. It's not son of Pam. It's what was the first one? Meet,
Greet death.
greet death. Yeah, you might as well greet death. You got to embrace it. I would say the name of the band is Greet Death. Final answer.
Congratulations, Eric. You
Finally
finally
won.
got a win in rock. Or
Skunks
Crock.
out
I
of
think
the
I got too
bag,
cute
baby.
with Son of Pam as a playoff Son of Sam. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Made my band name list, but maybe it wasn't a good pairing for Greet Death. I had some other ones in there that maybe I should have mixed in, but it's too late now.
I got it. I'm too smart.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Eric is now 1-2.
I need
in
a
Rock or
win in
Crock.
my life so bad. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
think we need.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I served that up for you so you can have a win.
Yeah.
I think we need podcast listeners, viewers to give us some ideas of like a punishment for one of us gets to 5 or 10. I thought of one. What if I lose, I would go to, is it EDM? This shows how far out of my element your music is.
Yeah, you got to
EDM.
come with me to an EDM show. Yeah, yeah.
If I lose, I could go to an EDM show with you. I would.
That's
do that.
not punishment. That's a joy. It's one of the great experiences of life.
It might turn out to be a joy, but it doesn't sound like a joy to me because I'm not an EDM guy. But I can't think of an equivalent punishment for you because you tend to like my music.
I like everything. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
All right. Well, we'll work on that. Greet Death is opening for Nation of Language at the Majestic in Detroit on Tuesday, September 23rd. Have you been to the Majestic, Eric?
No.
Let me tell you about the Majestic.
Would
Think
you?
of like Sanders Hall is a tube, right? Like it's 20 feet wide and 5 million feet long. Okay. Remember when we were there for a group love? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We were in back, long tube.
Yeah.
The Majestic is like, flip it.
Okay.
There's a tall stage, so no matter where you are, you can see the band.
Yeah. It's more about
And
girth than length. Yeah.
It's extremely wide and very shallow. So no matter where you are, you have a good view of the stage.
Mhm.
It's just a wide open room. I think the drinks are expensive, as they always are. So I saw Pup at the Majestic. I saw Jeff Rosenstock at the Majestic. I saw Paul Westerberg. Do you know who Paul Westerberg is?
Of the replacements?
Yes, Paul Westerberg of my favorite band of all time did a solo show at the Majestic in 2002. How do I know this? Because I have a spreadsheet of every concert I've ever been to because I'm exactly that kind of nerd.
Yeah, that's some special energy.
One of my favorite Majestic
Are you
moments
also
is I
into
took my
trains?
wait, because I'm old. Wait, I missed the joke. What, because I'm old? Where
I
are
don't,
we
just
here?
people who are very into trains, just like, like to have a very thorough accounting of everything that they do.
Don't know what that has to do with each other, but okay, I got you. I have to tell you,
Trust me.
proud dad moment at the Majestic. I took my youngest, who is now 16. She must have been 14 or 15 at the time, to see Pup and Snotty Nose Rez Kids,
Yeah.
who we should sneak into this podcast as often as possible. I'm either the greatest dad ever or the worst dad ever for taking my daughter to this show. But as happens at a Pup show, there was a little bit of like moshing going on, and some very small young woman got bashed into, and my 15-year-old daughter like grabbed her and was like, "Are you okay?" And I just thought that was like the sweetest thing, that my daughter was not flustered at the Pup show near the pit, but was trying to rescue other people who were older than her. Sweet kid.
Very sweet.
So that's Rock or Crock.
Yeah, and I won. Let the record show. Victory is mine.
The record will show. The record will show. I'm going to mope for the next 7 days until I get my next shot. So, and with the end of Rock or Crock, I guess comes the end of this episode. Eric, who should we thank?
Thank ourselves.
We should thank Chris Girrbach from Great Lakes Potato Chips. You're not a very thankful person. I would like to thank myself. Eric, go ahead. Thank yourself.
Yeah, pretty much me. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. If you're listening, thanks to Logan for producing.
Yes.
I just try to thank everybody. Then we're also supposed to like we're failing at this, but we're supposed to say like, subscribe, share, review, auto download,
Punk rock,
send
do
us
what you
crypto,
want.
buy Eric a pizza.
Yeah.
But do what you want. Do absolutely whichever of those things you want to do. Just do those things. Don't do all of them just because I told you
Everybody
to.
put your hands in the air and
I
then
will
go like
not
and
put my
subscribe.
hands in the air. I will not do as you tell me to do, Eric. That's all. Thanks for tuning in. You got any last words?
No. Thanks, friends. Bye.
Goodbye and good night.